Good morning, my peeps. It is another beautiful Friday in the hood, and I just did my weigh-in. I have lost just about just under 3.5 pounds this week, which is a fairly rapid clip. Last week it was 1 pound. This week I've stayed the course. Foods looked about the same. I did have one lunch out with my mom at Lassen's Natural Food Market. That's in one of my vlogs somewhere. And then I also had an accident with quesadillas. And if you want to hear about that, it's in the Bath Time Confessional, Leanne Live Made Me Do It video. So, but even with all of that, I haven't had any, I mean, lunch lunch was just the fact that it was out. It wasn't the fact that I ate more than I should or something that I shouldn't have eaten. The cheese thing was more of a being out of control for a little while I stuffed my face because I was hungry situation, but it wasn't with anything that was off track except for the cheese. That was the one thing I ate that I normally would not be eating. I let myself get very hungry that day, and then I watched Leanne Live's video. She was doing a snack, well, not just a snack haul, it was a Dollar Tree haul, but there were a lot of snack foods in it, and that just set me off. So anyhow, you know, I'm down with all that. That's cool. I did have a nice little thing happen. It was a year ago Christmas, about my friend Gabby, whose channel is called, well, she has two. She's got Emily Pound, and then she has Terra Wonderland. Okay. She had sent me these really awesome socks, a set of 6 pairs of socks that are a Betsy Johnson design sock, right? Well, when she first sent them to me, I couldn't wear them because I was having a gout attack. Then once my inflammation and stuff went down, when I would go to put them on, they were extremely tight. I wore them a couple times, but it was, you know, they kind of cut off my circulation and all of that. Well, a couple of days ago, I ran across my socks in a box of stuff I was putting away that I'd brought home from my mom's house back when I was still living there. And I thought, oh, I wonder if these socks fit. I pulled them on perfectly. No binding. They're not too tight. They don't dig into my legs around the top at all. They fit, well, they fit the way socks are supposed to fit. So, in celebration of that, I am going to insert a clip of me and my socks here. Okay, so I was thrilled. Thank you, Gabby, for sending those to me, and they're so wonderful. They make me so happy. I just love them. The designs are just, I love Betsy Johnson designs anyway. Very whimsical and colorful and cartoonish and blingy and just wonderful. So anyhow, thank you. So, we are now starting week 6 of the challenge. Cynthia and I talked about it, and we've decided we're going to continue on with this project. As we continue on, our focus is going to develop. One of the things I want to do, I shared this with her, is I want to explore wildcrafted food. And what I mean by that is the junk that grows on my property that's indigenous, that's been here. For example, acorns, which I've already eaten and know how to process. I know how to process them the Indian way, and you need a running stream to do that, and I don't have one right now, but I could sure go camping for a couple days and do it there. But the other way I've used them is to crush them up. You know, you shell them, you crush them up a little bit. You don't need to grind them because they haven't dried yet, but you just crush them a little. And then do boiling water baths, a number of those, and pretty much you've leached out, after a while you've leached out pretty much of the tannins, and you can go ahead and smash it up and make a mush or a porridge, or use them as a dough for making little cakes that you can then cook on the fire. So I have some experience with acorns. I also have experience with some of the other things that grow in my yard. I have miner's lettuce, which has a very short life. It starts in the early spring, goes for a few weeks, and then is gone again. So I have no miner's lettuce right now. Another thing that has a slightly longer life, but it's only a spring into early summer plant, is stinging nettle. And our stinging nettle is now fresh, and we didn't get much of a crop this year. Other plants came up this year that we don't normally see, but we do have stinging nettle. Probably not enough to do more than 2 meals with on the whole property. Some years there's enough that you could, you could feed an army, but not this year. Then there are other things. There's oxalis, which grows across the United States naturally, and the roots of that can be eaten. You have to be careful with oxalis because it has a compound in it, some sort of compound that can make you sick to your stomach if you eat too much. But it has uses, and I want to find out what they are. Then in the outlying, manzanita is another thing. Now I don't have any manzanita on my property, but there's some, just up the hill a bit. Manzanita, the Native Americans used to eat that here, and I want to find out what they ate, what part of it. Was it just the flowers or whatever? Then I've got elderberry growing here up by the stream. I've done a lot with elderberry. I've made jam. I've made wine on more than one occasion with elderberry. So I'm going to do some more research about the other stuff that's growing. Of course, a lot of what's up here now are grasses that are not native to the area. In fact, about the only native grass to our area is bunch grass, which you hardly ever see anymore. Most of the grasses have blown in or come in with cattle feed over the course of the past, almost 200 years, 150 years. So, that's kind of an interesting point. But anyway, wildcrafting food is something that I'm going to be into, hopefully. So, yeah, we're just going to continue this, and we're going to continue our videos past the 6-week mark, continue our recipes, continue the Facebook page, and so forth. And I'm going to continue the cartoons as well. So today, Friday, a new cartoon's going to come out. I'll either upload it today or possibly tomorrow, depending on, how much time I've got today. For exercise, I am continuing to do yard work, heavy yard work. And I can feel my body tightening up. I can feel my muscles tightening. I can feel the backs of my legs, the backs of my, I guess it would be, honey, what are these muscles on the backs of your thighs called?
This is a hamstring that comes up to the back of your. I think this is hamstring.
Okay, alrighty.
I think.
So it would be in my hamstring area. Those muscles have really become much tighter than they've been in recent years. That feels good. I've also noticed that when I touch my chest here, I can feel bones, and I can feel that there's the padding that was there, 60 pounds ago, 63 pounds or whatever. A lot of that's gone, so that's kind of interesting. So yeah, that's where I am. Please watch Cynthia's video for today. I'm going to link it down below. And stay with us, stay watching, because there's a lot of real interesting things that are coming up in the not too distant future. So on that note, I'm going to say bye-bye, and I will talk to you guys later.